Well, hi guys, it's that time. It's our Monday story. Well, today you can see that I'm in my car. I'm out and about, and actually the sun is going to peek through now. It's been raining and overcast a little bit, but it was time for me to get my eyes checked to make sure that they're doing okay and they're healthy, and I did get a great report. I'm doing awesome. Lady told me she wished she could see this good at 58, so that's awesome, right? But anyway, I want to tell you a story. I was sitting there. I just love to go out in town because, guys, before I get out of bed, I've already decided what kind of day I'm going to have. And actually, most people already have also. They're just not actually aware of that. But I am very aware that I get to decide what type of day I'm going to have. So every day before I get out of bed, I have already predetermined in my heart, like my Father does. God is predetermined in so many of the things that He does. So I predetermined that I'm going to have a good day, that every person that I come in contact with is going to be blessed. I like the way this one guy said. He says, we're game changers. And so I know the minute that I get out of bed, I'm going to be a game changer for someone that day. So anyway, I came to town here. It's about 50 minutes away from my home here in Bartlett. I went to the get my eyes checked, and I'm sitting in the waiting room, just kind of waiting for them to call me in and talk to me. And this young girl, she's 20 years old, and she's actually there because she hurt her eye at work the day before yesterday, and it's been burning and it's red, it's almost closed, and she's in a lot of pain. She couldn't go to work today. So I just struck up this conversation with her, and I didn't notice her eye right off. It didn't look that bad, okay? She looked more sleepy than anything. And I asked her, I said, so how are you doing today? She said, I'm hurting so bad, my eye and all. And look, guys, I actually got to sit and talk to this little girl. Oh, what a blessing it was for, I know, at least 20 minutes. But I got to pray for her as well, and her eye quit hurting. She did go ahead and see the doctor because she needed an excuse to turn in at work for not showing up today, and because she called out, so she needed a doctor's excuse, so she would be excused from work. But anyway, this is what's so wonderful though. She forgot to bring her contacts in with her, and the doctor that was going to see her asked her to get those. So she's sitting there, she went, oh my goodness, I forgot to go back out to the car. And this young, trusting, beautiful young lady says, here, I'm just gonna let you just stay here with my purse and this piece of paper they gave me, and I'll be right back. And she leaves her purse and everything, nothing but her keys in her hand, to go out to her car to get her contact case. And this is what's so wonderful. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, this little girl is so sweet and innocent. She doesn't expect anybody to get in her purse or steal anything. She's known me for 15 minutes, and I could just literally grab her wallet and take anything I wanted out of her purse or whatever. And I thought to myself, you know what? If people can take things out of a person's purse, it might be okay if we put something in it. So I very quickly opened my wallet, and I got $20 out, and I just folded it up real small, just, in about 1/4 of the size of it, and I stuck it down in her purse. Well, she didn't find her contacts, right, in her car, and she starts looking through her purse, and she's digging around, and she finds this money, and it's actually 2 5s and a 10, so it wasn't a $20 bill, okay? It was, I didn't have a one bill, so I just gave her what I had in my wallet, basically. So she finds this in her, and she starts pulling it apart, and she's confused, and she's like, oh my goodness, where did this money come from? I didn't have any money in my purse. And then she looked up at me and smiled and said, did you put that in my purse? And I said, yes, I did, baby, because you were telling me about how hard it was on you that you was missing work today because you really needed the money. And I thought I would just bless you with that $20. Guys, it was so wonderful. I got to talk to her about, just all kinds of little things. I got to hug her and kiss her on her cheek and tell her I love her and everything. Guys, and it's just, that's how I live. That's how I live. And it's not because I'm trying to be better than anybody else or anything. I absolutely love people. I love people. And I know that sometimes it's hard to love people. So now let me tell you another real quick story. You know, I went to Sam's Club because I'm a vegan now, by the way. You know, I eat plant-based only. And so I'm in Sam's, and I'm getting broccoli and asparagus and salad and all these wonderful things that's good for you, right? Blackberries, awesome. Blueberries, strawberries. I've got my cart with all that stuff in it. And I'm checking out, and you know, everywhere I go, people that see me remember me, like at Sam's Club, Costco, different places, Walmart. So the two girls knew that I was one of those nice people, you know. And I said, how are my two girls doing today? And they looked kind of funny at each other. Well, we're doing okay. And I said, and you're letting them old customers get to you, aren't you? And they looked at each other, and she said, yeah, they tend to come in here and just dump stuff on us. And I said, well, did you know it's not really directed at you? It's because they're letting the cares of the world weigh them down, and now they're dumping it on you and ruining your day. What if you just didn't let them dump it on you, and you gave them something good instead, and you smiled and was friendly and tried to pull them up to where you are, and don't let them ruin your day? And you know what, guys, that was so awesome when I told these two girls that, because they're looking at each other and they had this aha moment of, oh my goodness, she's so right. We don't have to let people ruin our day. So guys, look, let me tell you, I get to hug people everywhere I go. I'm glad that I'm a middle-aged or female, because people don't get weirded out when I ask them, hey, can I give you a hug? I talked to a man in the asparagus section at Sam's Club, and he's like, you have got to be one of the friendliest people I've ever met. He said, I'm from Texas. I'm just in visiting people, but you are a little bit different than most people around here. I said, well, I know. I got this southern accent. It's different. And he said, no, I mean, it's just that you glow and you're friendly and everything. Guys, you know, if we just predetermine when we get ready to leave our house that we are going to love all things, God's creation, all things, all people, all animals. It doesn't matter if they're white or black or Hispanic, or if they're of a different race of us. It doesn't matter. We are all in God's kingdom, you know, and it doesn't matter if they're furry animals. God loves His creation, and the purest type of worship that I can give to my Father is to love all things in His kingdom and care for it the way that He loves and cares for it as well. So listen, guys, tomorrow I'll be back at home, and I'll go back and I'm going to talk a little more about the subject about our health. I love everyone so much. You know, if I could have one heart's desire, it would be that people would come to a knowledge of truth that we have no business putting dead animal flesh in our mouth and chewing it up and swallowing it and it making us sick. We need to get off of all this meat that we're eating here in the United States. We need to get rid of all of this milk, egg, and dairy stuff. It's keeping us fat, sick, and miserable, inflammation, and all kinds of sicknesses that we do not have to have if we will go back to the Genesis 1:29. Let's go back to the beginning, the way that God created us to be, and put the food in us that God created us to eat and for our bodies to function off of. I love each and every one of you so much. I want the very best for you. I pray that you would consider taking a 10-day challenge, just a short 10-day challenge of going completely plant-based. Take out everything. Don't go halfway in, go all the way in. Cut out all the animal meat, all the fish, all the milk, eggs, cheese, and any products that have that, and get on a good, healthy diet. I promise you, in 3 or 4 days, your body is going to be screaming at you, going, thank you, thank you, thank you. And within 7 to 10 days, your body's going to start dropping off all the extra weight, all the inflammation, and everything that God never created you to have to carry around as that burden. Listen, I'm going to sign off. I've got 2 or 3 more little places to stop. And then I get to go home and be with my wonderful husband and my 5 fur babies. And oh, and I got to tell you this before I get off of here today and hang up on you, as I say. Did you know, starting next week, my 5 dogs, they're going to be vegan, plant-based eaters, just like my husband and me and my brother and his wife. Everybody out on the property, we're going to be vegetarians, or better yet, not even vegetarians. We're vegan, plant-based eaters, just the way that God created us to be in Genesis 1:29. I love you, and I will see you here tomorrow. Bye-bye.